Like, just make sure the experience, right? So here's what happened, I's. When I realized I was an I, I was like, ooh, I got the wrong people on the phone. I got people answering phones, and I'm like, ooh, this wrong. Because what happens is they love E.T. And when they call, they talking to a D, a S, or a C on the phone, and they not getting the same experience. They weren't drawn to D's. They weren't drawn to S's or C's. They were drawn to the I. So I was like, yo, I need to get I's. So when people call customer care, they get that same warm, fuzzy feeling they got when they were not. I can't be all things to all people, but I can hire I's that anytime we have to deal with people, I can't have D's dealing with people. Because D's going to get the results, but we're going to lose the client. Just being real, because the D ain't going to worry about how it's being said. And now my client, like, I'm up out of here. So I would literally have clients who would call me like, yo, homegirl, she got to go. And they weren't saying she got to go because that she was incompetent. They were saying, I realized what they were saying was, she got to go because she's not you. I don't feel the same way when I talk to her that I feel when I talk to you. Now, C's a leader. I'm a shepherd. So if you're an I, write it down. You're a shepherd. You're not a leader in the sense of results, but you are a shepherd in that you get results through people. So when you're a shepherd, you got to come at it a little different. Like, shepherds are different. Shepherds are still leaders, but shepherding is different than leading. Does that make sense? A Hitler is a leader. Martin Luther King is a shepherd. Winston Churchill is a leader. Mother Teresa is a shepherd. It's a difference. They lead differently. And so for all my eyes, I want you to look up a book. It's called A Shepherd's Look at the 23rd Psalms. I want you to take a look at that book. All my eyes, I want you to take a look at that book. A Shepherd's Look at the 23rd Psalms. All right, now I want to show y'all something right quick. All right, so I realized that I got this dimmer switch, right, that I got to start using. So I'm looking at my natural, which is the yellow. I'm looking at my adaptive, which is the gray, right? So what happens is, in my natural, I'm talking about stupid Gregorius, like I'm right up there. But if you notice, in my adaptive, I go all the way down to sociable. So what happened was, after I had that conversation with my mom, I went from being super engaged with my mom to withdrawn. I actually ran away from home. So I didn't really realize that what happens is, when I'm in my natural and everything is going well, I'm like bubbly. But when I have to adapt, I start withdrawn. Now watch this. If you're dealing with somebody and they met you for the first time when they're in a relationship with you and you gregarious, and then something happened in the relationship and you go all the way down to poise, like, that's a difference. That's like you just being real. That's a total. And so a lot of you be tripping, like, why people tripping on me when I get mad or because they don't know who you are. You like night and day. You so emotional that when you're doing good, you giving them 100%. Then when you go down, you giving them about 60-some%. That's a different person. A 99 is passing the class with flying colors. A 60 is you failing. And what I didn't realize is I got programmed that day. Now, that day in of itself didn't have to program me, but for whatever reason, I wasn't aware of what happened. So when things changed between me and my mom that day, it's like whenever I'm doing well, I'm like, let's go. But when I'm not, I withdraw. So now me and CJ getting into it, and we're not agreeing on stuff, and all of a sudden I go from me and C hollering at each other to me withdrawn.
Sometimes it's good to fail. It's okay to be in a position where you feel like maybe this is not the day for me to be great. Your greatness is already within you. You're already where you need to be. But sometimes you're going to have to realize that you're going to have to fail. Do you realize how boring a person can be if they're so good at everything that they touch? Do you realize everybody starts to see you to becoming a predictable individual? A lot of people are always saying, I never fail, I don't want to fail, I feel bad when I fail at something. You are not supposed to be good at everything. How many times you've been in a position where you say, I want to feel accomplished? You don't need to feel accomplished. You need to work and earn your accomplishment. If you fail, and keep on failing. Fail some more. Keep on failing. Fail a little bit more. People are always looking around like, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't need to do that. A lot of people right now in this world, they rather feel like they accomplished something rather than just fail and learning from it. Do you really believe that failure is the enemy? Failure is definitely a teaching tool in life. We need to fail. Now, if you're the type of person that feels that you got to be the best at everything, that's a great mindset to have. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Wake up. You can't be the best at everything. And if you're running because you're failing, then you've already failed the test. Because you're not man enough and you're not woman enough to realize that maybe, just maybe, I need to fail. So that the next time I'm faced with a challenge, I know exactly what I need to do. But then there's another one that's coming. There's another challenge waiting on me. And then there's another challenge waiting on me. And then there's another challenge waiting on me. That doesn't mean that you got to give up. That doesn't mean you got to quit. You learn from it. You build on it. And then you understand what it means to fail. Learning the things that I've learned in my life, it taught me something. I fail right now. I'm failing every day. Every day I fail at something. Maybe this is the time for me to recognize that I got work to do. Maybe this is the time that I need to recognize that I'm not so good at everything. Failing is what's going to build you up. Failure is what's going to teach you the lessons in life. It's okay. Don't try to keep up with everybody else. Don't try to be like everybody else. Recognize that you, my friend, are unique and you are beautiful. But most importantly, you are an idea and you are a purpose and you matter in this world. But you're going to have to fail. The failure is good. The quitting isn't. You got to have the grit and the tenacity not to quit. The grit to never quit. But the idea of learning that failure is a part of living. If you want it, if you believe in it, then go get it.
Self-preparation. Be ready for tomorrow by doing all that you can today, setting your goals. Set a goal that will make you stretch for what it will make of you to achieve it. What a brand new reason for setting goals. What an all-encompassing challenge to have a better vision of the future, to see what it will make of you to achieve it. And here's why. The greatest value in life is not what you get. The greatest value in life is what you become. The major question to ask on the job is not, what am I getting here? The major question to ask is, what am I becoming here? It's not what you get that makes you valuable. It's what you become that makes you valuable. Set the kind of goals that will make something of you to achieve them. So there you have the two components of positive self-direction. Number one, self-knowledge, knowing who you are and what you want to do with your life. And number two, self-preparation, getting ready for the opportunities before they come your way. You need both aspects for positive self-direction. Figuring out who you are and what you want. And being prepared for the day you reach your goals. Being ready. Being worthy. Becoming the person you need to be in pursuit of what you want. What good is an opportunity if you're not prepared to take advantage of it? It's no good. Won't do a thing for you. Be prepared. Now here's what's called the self-knowledge acid test. Quickly, without thinking too much about it, quickly list your 3 most important long-term work-related goals. Is it a client you've been trying to sign for several months? Is it a major sale you've been trying to make? Is it a promotion? Is it a partnership in the firm? Quickly list your 3 most important long-term work-related goals. Achievements that you want to make. Achievements that will take a while to get. Write them down. Again, without thinking too much about it, quickly list your 3 most important personal and spiritual goals. Things that will make a difference in your personal life.